There we go. So I gotta do that whole thing again. So welcome to the podcast. This is episode 78 of the Syncrets To Success podcast. This is a podcast where I'm talking about sync licensing, trailer music, production music, composing music for sync licensing, composing music for trailers, composing music for production music, all of the above. And in this episode, which is also sponsored by ASTS, so check out the links in the description. I'll have the links where you can check out ASTS and a bunch of sounds and a bunch of plugins and stuff that you can use, including you can go to my site. I currently have a summer sale going on my site, fingaz.com, 40% off any sample packs and courses. So speaking of courses, I dived into the Trailer Music Mastery course. Shout out to the team over at Trailer Music Mastery. They did send this course over to me at no charge to check out. And I spent the weekend going through this course because I am getting into trailer music. If you don't know, I have been studying trailer music for the past 2 years. He says you can hear me now. Thank you. Appreciate it. I've been studying trailer music for the past 2 years and also been getting my sounds up, figuring out my mixes and things. The most recent sort of trailer placement, it was the promo trailer for the Survivor season 46 finale that I landed maybe about a month ago. Flatbush says, you speak so fast. Ever thought about doing voiceovers and commercials? I've done some voice work for some corporations, mostly phone recordings. So they don't have to speed up my recording to say, hey, press 1 for this. So I did that in a previous life before the pandemic. Nivlak, thank you for tuning in. But speaking of voiceover, there was a voiceover talent who really got me into movie trailer music. Incredible voiceover talent who does the voiceover for all the blockbuster films and a bunch of animations. His name is Gabe Kunda. He got me into trailer music about 2 years ago. And I saw a black guy doing the voices of all these film trailers. And I was like, I want to do that, but I want to do the music version of that. And that's what sort of got me on this path into trailer music. And as I continue to learn, I took this course, Trailer Music Mastery, this past weekend. As you can see, Singya says, I don't remember you speaking so fast. You might listen to me at like half speed or 0.25 speed. This course, as you can see, you can dissect the secrets of epic hybrid orchestral trailer music composition. I'm not going to read through all of this. You see the instructor there, Daniel, incredible instructor. You actually get to dive in and see him create music from scratch. I'll go over the different modules of the course shortly on this page. As you can see, you can dissect the secrets of epic hybrid orchestral trailer music composition. My speaker's like kicking in. It tells you who the course is for. It's for composers and producers looking to make a big impact on their projects. It also shows that you can learn how to master this distinct style of music heard in movies and TV shows and video games. You can listen to some examples. I believe he goes over making this track in the course, so you can check that out. Let me go down. I want to get to the course materials. It tells you what you're going to learn in the course. Of course, a great landing page for the course. It is about to say the last one is 3 hours. I think total the course is probably about 15-ish hours, maybe up to 20 hours. But you can knock it out in a weekend. Again, I knocked it out this past weekend. So I'm going to say, I don't know exactly, but you have the time codes of each of the segments, which I'll show shortly once I get down to the bottom of the page. But you see some things there. You also get some sounds when you purchase the course. You get some sounds that you can dive into. Flatbush says he drank a gallon of Red Bull before he went live. Man, I haven't had an energy drink. I actually had one energy drink earlier this year. And I think that was my first time having an energy drink. And I get maybe it's still in my system. That's the problem. I had that about 2 months ago. You can see the course instructors, what they've worked on, what trailers they have: Star Wars, Guardians of the Galaxy, Transformers, Suicide Squad, Call of Duty, Ozark, X-Men. You see the list there. Again, if you're on Instagram, come on over to YouTube and you can see the visuals. And let me jump down here to... You see some testimonials. All right, let's get to the course materials. Some testimonials from some big people in the trailer space. You see what they've worked on, the people who have taken the course. I guess I got to throw my testimonial up there at some point. I would give it 5 stars. So spoiler alert off the bat. I think make sure my computer's not blowing up also. I have a lot of technology going on. There's a lot of reviews here. Okay, here we go. Course curriculum. So you start off with a welcome to the course. That's only 32 seconds long. So you have a welcome to the course, just an intro to the instructor, what you're going to learn, sort of an overview of the course. Then you get a small gift, a sample pack of some trailer music sounds by Max Pisek. I don't know how you say his name. And then you just dive right in. So after that all that stuff, maybe it'll take you a minute to download the stuff, but you dive right in to an introduction to trailer music where you're basically seeing 3 sessions off the break that were placed, music that was placed in trailers. So the first one was he dives into a 35-minute overview of the track Brooklyn, which was placed on the Spider-Man Homecoming trailer. What's great about this session, well, one, I use Logic Pro, so I like learning from people that use the same DAW as I use. So they use Logic Pro in the course. And also it is the session that they shown, at least the first session, it was probably less than 50 tracks in that session. So I've seen some sessions of trailer music, which is like 100 tracks, 500 tracks. And I'm like, how do you, why? Seeing this session, and I don't think any session in the course itself was larger than 70 tracks, which is manageable. You still need to have a decent, powerful computer, but 70 tracks as opposed to seeing, 200 tracks in a trailer music track. All right. So, after that, that's about 35 minutes, and you have another 48-minute behind the scenes of the song that was used in the Logan trailer. That track was called Doberman, so you get to see behind the scenes. And some of the sessions that the tracks were built in, you see like Logic version 3 or 4. There's some like old versions of Logic that he shows, but he also has some newer versions, I think up to 10. So you get to see, but the overview is still, the content is still great. And then the third session there is about 54 minutes. You get to dive into the Furies, which was used on the War for the Planet of the Apes trailer. So just out the gate, you have 3 like trailer tracks that you're diving into that you can learn how those were put together. And also after that, you get into sort of the core components of building epic hybrid orchestral trailer tracks, composing string spiccato patterns, which I learned a lot from these 3 sections. Also building an epic wall of sound with brass. They actually almost got me close to buying another brass library. I have way more than I need, but they got me close to buying another one because there's a great deal happening right now on a brass library that I might add to my arsenal. And then epic percussion, they dive in onto how you can make sort of the trailer music percussion. I would say of the course itself, these 3 segments here are the ones that I would definitely like replay value. This whole section is under 45 minutes ish, 50 minutes. So I would replay this section over and over just to get those 3 elements down. Because once you nail the spiccato, the brass, and the epic percussion, that's basically the great foundation for trailer music. Next, you get to join the Facebook community. You have to be in the course to get the link for the community. And then also, after that, they build a track from scratch. The track that you hear at the top to join is actually, it's called Redemption. I'm not going to scroll all the way back up there, but that's the track that they build in the course, and you get to see from each layer here. They build 9 parts. This one is the longest section of the course because they're building a track from scratch. So this was about 8-ish hours, 7-8 hours for all these sections here, but you can break them down. You see this 30 minutes, 45, 47, and you get to see start to finish building out this track Redemption. And then you get to see his studio, Daniel's studio setup, his go-to libraries for trailer music, and his go-to plugins for trailer music. And then you have the hour chat discussing his workflow and techniques. And then he goes into preparing stems and stem exports. And then finally, there's an additional 3-hour interview with Daniel and Christian Baksic. I think I said his last name wrong, but shout out to Christian, who we've connected, and he was able to give me this course to review. But there's a 3-hour long discussion with them, and that's broken down into different videos. Some of the videos are like 2 minutes long, so I think it's broken down into 30-ish videos where you can check out some insight into composing, the music business side, their thoughts and advice for composers like you and me. And of course, there's some Q&A at the bottom. And for those who are wondering about the price, it is a little bit of an investment, but again, definitely worth it. $300 or $299. Maybe, I don't know if they do sales or anything or discounts. So maybe be on the lookout if there's some around the holidays, but $299 for hours and hours of content that you can always rewatch, or you can do a payment plan of 3 payments of $99 a month. And for me, like I said, the great value here, you get the extra sounds and stuff, but the great value for me is, I like the start to finish, seeing that process. But for me, really getting the reiteration, I would say these first 2 sections here, seeing the finished tracks of the 3 that have been placed, and then seeing the spiccato, the sound with brass, and the epic percussion. Again, that's where the replay value is for me personally. So I can't recommend this course highly enough. I've taken some other courses. Again, what's crazy is when I finished this course, I had to work on Queen Nina Free Love. Thank you for tuning in. When I finished this course, jump on over to YouTube, you can see the course that I'm talking about, the trailer music course that I just finished this last weekend. When I finished this course, I had to start working on a neoclassical trailer project for a library, and I am 2 tracks in. I think I only have to do 3 tracks for them, so shout out to them. But I was applying just right out the gate some of the things that I learned in this course to those tracks. So as I continue to learn these things and get all this input, I can apply them to the tracks and things that I'm working on. So yeah, that's about it. I really enjoy the course. I probably won't do another trailer course for a while. There's another one that I did earlier this year that I might redo some of the segments in there, and then again start piecing together what I'm learning from this course and what I'm learning from that course. So there's a lot of great courses out there. There's a lot of sync courses out there. There's a lot of sync communities and trailer communities, podcasts, all that help us to develop our music business savvy, our work process, our workflow as we're creating tracks for these opportunities. So hopefully my computer hasn't blown up. I see that it's like freezing on the restream side, but hopefully it hasn't blown up. But shout out to the Trailer Music Academy team for sending this my way. I definitely appreciate the opportunity to check out the course. Again, I'm going to be diving in on some of the segments as just a replay. I am Governor. Thank you for tuning in. Come on over to the YouTube to see my review of this course, Trailer Music Mastery from the Trailer Music Academy. I don't know if they have other courses. Let's find out. I know they have Trailer Music. They have the Trailer Music Mastery. I think that might be the only course, but don't quote me on that. But again, I love diving in there, and Daniel is a great instructor. You get to see start to finish him building stuff that has been placed in trailers from scratch. Chad says, you're like a black chicory. Why are you taking? Man, I'm taking courses because sometimes I listen to my music and it's like, okay, I feel like there's an element missing. And it's like, what's the one thing that I'm missing? And as I take these courses, there's like, I learn an extra something special. In this course, there's really those, let me see, the spiccato. There were some things that he was showing in the string and brass development that I wasn't doing that I would like to incorporate more into my process. So just learning from these different people and applying them to my workflow. So right here, the spiccato patterns and this epic wall of sound with brass. I was already close enough, but again, if this will get me 1% better, I will take it. Pause. And then epic percussion, like I can never have too much percussion like knowledge and learning. So shout out to them again. Always taking courses. You know what's like, I follow a lot of people in the music industry and also in the trailer space, the sync space. And a lot of them who've been in the business for 20, 30 years, they're still learning, they're still taking courses. Of course, there's new technology out, so you got to learn how to, use AI and all that stuff. But they're still taking courses to learn different things that maybe they didn't know before. Seamus, thank you for tuning in also. Jump on over to YouTube. But I think there's always something to learn. And again, this course wasn't too bad, about, like I said, 15 hours or so. I have a course that was like 80 hours. And I'm just like, there's no way I'm going to watch this because it's too much stuff, if you know what I mean. It's like I want to be able to knock it out maybe in a weekend, maybe 3 days max. So when I have too much content, it's just like, I would rather take a 2-4 hour course as opposed to an 80-hour course any day because it's just so much content. And I want to make music. I want to keep making music. So I don't want to spend all my time taking courses and learning things. But Seamus, thank you for tuning in. That's about it. If you happen to know anyone in the DC area, this Friday, I'm hosting a in-person DMV Sync meetup. I will jump over there really quick. If you go to this link here, I'll have the link in the description. I don't think I added it. If you're on Instagram, just comment the word DMV Sync. DMV stands for DC, Maryland, Virginia. I have a Sync meetup free to attend. It'll be in Virginia on Friday, July 12th at 7 p.m. Come on out. It'll be a fun time. Nothing too formal. Be an informal meetup. Talking about Sync, just networking, finding collaborators. If you want to find artists or producers, if it's just me and you there, we're going to chop it up and we'll have a great conversation for 2 hours. So you do have to RSVP because I want to make sure that we don't over book the venue. They do have limited seating. So if you happen to know anyone in the DC area that wants to meet up and talk sync licensing or music business or trailer music or even courses like Trailer Music Mastery, have them stop by. All right, I'm going to go back. I got to finish this track within 30 minutes. I might go live on Instagram and share the track I'm working on as I'm finishing it up, trailer track for sync licensing. Or for a trailer library. So it's a neoclassical trailer track. Also, like I said, I still have the sale. Comment the word sample. If you are on Instagram, I will also include a link on the YouTube and LinkedIn. But comment the word sample and use the code July 4 for 40% off any courses or sample packs that I have on my site, including the neoclassical trailer course, the Disney style music course, the epic cinematic hip hop course, and the epic percussion course. So not only do I take courses, but I also have courses. So you can take courses from me if you're trying to learn any of those things. And I also have sample packs that are on sale. I have the Clap Friday Volume 1. I have the piano loops. organ loops. Let's go to the site and find out what I have. Let's go to sample packs. Again, 40% off. You use the code July4 at checkout and you get 40% off. I have the Epic Cinematic Percussion, Neoclassical Trailer, Disney Style Music, Cinematic Hip Hop. I have a networking course. You can get some scripts for networking. I have these sample packs, Luxurious Keys, Clap Friday, Volume 1, Sting Endings. These 3 are all royalty free. I have piano and strings. There's 2 pages, so definitely make it to the other page if you can. I have orchestral loops, bell loops, church organs, and piano loops. So definitely go to the website, use the code July4 for 40% off the price that you see here. So the price that you see, if this is $50, you're going to get another 40% off of that when you go to checkout. So definitely check out the site, get some stuff, and then also go to the Sync Meetup if you know anyone that'll be in Virginia this weekend. I'll talk more about the Sync Meetup and other events. I'm actually doing a talk tomorrow, a Zoom chat that'll be free for people to join. So I have a lot of stuff coming up. I just got to put a calendar out there. But yeah, the course has been incredible. Shout out again to Christian and Daniel for the opportunity. I've enjoyed Trailer Music Mastery. Again, I'm going to be diving back into some segments just to reiterate some of the things that I've learned in the course and some things that I've been applying to my music production. That's all I got for you. Michael Moss, thank you for tuning in. I am reviewing another course, even though I know you have a great course also. Another course I just took on trailer music called Trailer Music Mastery. For those who don't know, Michael Moss's course is also, I believe, on sale, summer sale right now. So you can check out that course. That is, I don't know the percentage it's off, but that course is available right now. So me learning from these different courses and applying them to the trailer music that I'm making and trying to figure out, my path in trailer music, putting these different things together. Michael Moss's course, I believe about a month or so after I finished that course, I had a trailer placement on the promo trailer for Survivor. So when you start applying what you're learning in these courses and putting that, to the work that you're creating, you can get results fairly quickly when you start learning from some of the best in the industry. So that's all I got for you. Be safe and be well. I'll probably go live again later, maybe later today or later this week. Again, I'm doing an in-person meetup. If you happen to be in the DC, Northern Virginia area, the in-person meetup, that's going to be great. Chad says, when are you coming to New York City? I just talked to someone from New York today. I know there's some conferences happening out there. I'm lining up the schedule for me. I was asked to do an event in Canada later this year, possibly in November. I'll be doing some other things in other areas in Virginia this year, possibly in Nashville in September, October for an event out there. So I don't know about New York, nothing official yet, but would love to do some things out there. You know what? I need to talk to AES. I might be at AES. I did some things with them last year. So Audio Engineering Society, I know they'll be in Spain, Madrid, somewhere this summer. And then they do AES New York in October. So if I can make it to that, that would be the reason that I can go to New York this year. So other than if people ask me to come to New York for an event. So yeah, if you know some companies out there that are looking to do workshops, sync workshops, production music workshops, or chats, or schools or anything, happy to come up to New York and do that. I also talked to someone last week who's I think they're more upstate New York, who was asking me to do some things up there for a school that they're part of. So I could be up in New York once or twice by the end of the year. So stay tuned for that. I just got to get my schedule together. Static 6 and Get Fed Record or Record Records. Get Fed Records. Thank you for tuning in. Jump on over to YouTube. You can watch my review of the Trailer Music Mastery course. I got to end this now because I have to finish a neoclassical trailer track that I'm working on. I might go live on Instagram to share the sort of the process, the result of that soon. If you're interested in learning how to create that, I also have a neoclassical trailer course on the site. Go to thefingaz.com. Go to sample packs at the top. Use the code July4 for discount on sample packs and courses. If you're on Instagram, just comment the word sample and use the code July4 for any sample packs or course discounts. 40% off at least through this week until Saturday at least. All right, definitely got to go get back to this neoclassical track. Thank you all for tuning in. Let me figure out how to end the live. Maybe I got to go to OBS. Yeah, you can watch this episode of Syncrets To Success. You can also check out the podcast on YouTube, Syncrets To Success. This is episode 78. More to come, trying to get up to episode 100. Then I'm going to bring the podcast over to other podcast platforms. So that'll be dope. Be safe and be well, everyone. And I will see you when I go live again, probably in a couple hours. All right, peace.